So that's a Volvo XC90 and it's a plug-in. Especially for this video, I'm not gonna tell you what year is this car. You might gonna guess and put notes or comments below. So this car, T8, it's a plug-in. It has a lot of cool packages like the air suspension. It has inscription package, and on the top of that, it is a plug-in, like I said before. And we're gonna get 17 miles range extra for this car if we're gonna plug it and charge it. Other than that, it's 2.0 4-cylinder turbo and supercharged engine. It's super complicated, super expensive, so you have to take care of that. So what's most interesting about this car, Volvo call it twin engine, and this car has 400 horsepower in total. So we have AC motor on the back, and we have this 4-cylinder turbo supercharged engine. It's gonna give you 316 horsepower, and I think it's quite interesting. If you Google the picture of that engine itself, it's like super engineering kind of piece of car, and there is a turbocharging sitting right there on the exhaust, and on the top of the engine on the back, if you're gonna look from here, you're gonna see the supercharged sitting. Honestly, I never ever seen this engine before. So, and when I checked information about this car, about this engine, I was surprised because T6 with same engine 2.0 turbo, they're not quite about the quality or last for long. So besides the powertrain on this Volvo, what else you can get if you're gonna buy one, used one or new? So the new one kind of high priced, and when they used, I think they're depreciating so fast, but the quality of this car, the way it looks, and a lot of modern, I would say so, features like the adaptive headlights, it's amazing. And we're gonna go over it, see how this car well staying right now after several years of usage and some quite mileage on the cluster. So usually when you're thinking about the Volvo, especially used one, what are you gonna think? I'm thinking number one, the price for the parts, it's kind of expensive, and any maintenance, not the maintenance, but most of the time repairs for this car, they just out of space. It's such expensive things like the engine or transmission or some other issue with AC. You have to pay a lot of money. But what are you gonna get? You're gonna get high quality of the parts, high quality the car itself, and all the materials inside they use, it's a high quality. There is no question about it. On the top of that, there is a safety stuff in this car. I would say Volvo it's number one, and a lot of cool options. So options like 360 camera, nice leather, it's super comfortable, and a lot of cool things inside what you can actually touch or you can use. But some of the options, I would say they useful, but some of them it's so useless. So let's go inside. Look at this leather, look at the quality, look at these stitches, that looks amazing, and all the buttons, they super smooth. Even look at this, if I'm pushing it super slowly, the window going down super slowly. If I want to expedite it a little bit, I'm just pushing it harder, it's going down much faster. Same way if I want to lift it up, it's going fast, but we can slow it down just a little bit. It's kind of cool option, but you might don't know that the seats and the color of the leather, it's amazing. They have a lot of different options to play with, and they cool it and heat it off the top of that. And what's cool about adjustment, when you do an adjustment on the seat, on the main screen, you're gonna see different options. So you can do the lumbar, or you can do the lower part, or you can adjust the whole seat and make it more comfortable or sporty. So am I feeling safe myself when I'm driving the Volvo? Definitely yes. Am I feeling safe myself to drive the Volvo with the mileage on the engine or transmission? Definitely not. So it's like a, I would say, time bomb. So am I gonna something happen, even if you're doing everything on time, the maintenance right, and the parts is right also, you still might gonna have some problems. And what the Volvo, I would say, enthusiasts telling me about this car or about any other car, because I call several mechanics shop and I asked them, what do you think about this car? They say you have to do the oil change 5,000, that's the max, usually 3,000-4,000 oil change, and the spark plugs, filters and all that, just do the maintenance. Even the cost of the maintenance gonna be high. You're gonna kind of not predict, but you're gonna try to save yourself of the spending a lot of money for the main parts. Other than that, it is a beautiful car. It's one of the best, I would say, family SUV, because it's a Volvo. It's super safe, it's super cool inside. All the materials, they are amazing quality. I would say the toppest quality of the all SUVs, especially what's available right now. I'm not talking about Mercedes or BMW. The quality of those cars, especially they are assembling right now in China, some of the Mercedes. So the quality kind of going down. So I cannot compare this Swedish car, I mean half Chinese also, but you compare the new Mercedes, the Volvo doing much better job. Should you consider to buy the Volvo as a family SUV or as your daily driving car? For sure, you should check those cars. New or used, doesn't matter. If it's great condition, if it has good service records, or at least you're gonna do proper checkup. You're gonna take it to the shop, you're gonna see what kind of situation with engine transmission, if it's leaking or not, if everything is in great shape or kind of good shape, acceptable, I would say so, for the used car. Other than that, Volvo, one of the best car, as I said before. I love those cars. I just don't like to buy it with problems, because those problems, they cost so much money. That's the sad point. But the best point, it's a high technology SUV, what is for sure going to be suitable for you and for your family. Those 7 seats in the car, beautiful leather, a lot of cool options, and it just drives great. It feels really good, like a Sweden quality. So this inscription package making this car even more beautiful, and it's adding a lot of cool things like the leather and options. The most complicated, I would say, so part about this car, it's a main screen and entertainment. So the menu on this car, it's kind of complicated, and sometimes it's getting frozen. That's what most of the people, most of the owners Volvo complaining about, not only on the XC90, but any other car. Let's go through it. We have a line keeper, we have an emergency braking system, and we got this, it's called Pilot Assist. What's Pilot Assist doing? Kinda Volvo self-driving, and you can let it go on the freeway. It's gonna hold in line, and it's not gonna let the car go to the other one in case you're busy or you have a kids, you have something what can distract you from the driving the car straight. You can use Pilot Assist. Pilot Assist. So we basically like autopilot. The central console and the menu. It's kind of easy, you would say so. You just sliding left or right and choosing what you need, but it's kind of too much. There is like too much of different things, and if I want to find something, it's usually so hard to find. Maybe I'm just not that smart about this system itself, but like I say, sometimes it's getting hot maybe outside or inside, and the system just not working properly. And when you want to find something, you have to go through a lot of stuff. For example, I want to see what's my MPG. I have to go car status, message system. So it just the time, I would say, it's gonna take some time for you to adjust it. Like for me, it's not easy. It's not like right away, because the Volvo made it for the Volvo. So they're not taking it from someone else. They're just making their own system, software, and it might gonna be complicated a little bit, but you have to use it just a little bit longer so you can find easily what you need. But it's not like regular cars. Usually it's much easier. This car, since we got this optional air suspension, we have this option. We can lower it down if you have to put something heavy in the trunk, or we can lift it up if you don't need it anymore, or it's gonna go itself. So right there, like I say, there is no spare tire. It's only charger for this car if you want to do it at home. And lower, you got some tools, you got the glue and air compressor for your tires. So let's go on the back. I like to sit on the back because honestly the back seats, they tell you more about this car, even the front one. So we got the huge panoramic roof, we got the climate control, and we have this nice sunshade for your doors. To get more comfy when you sit on the back, you can actually move the back seat. You can incline it a little bit if you're taking a long trip on the back, and also you can move the seat itself if you need more space for your back passengers, or you just want to be so close to the driver. So what's the regulation or requirements for that? But I noticed not only Volvo, some other brands doing it, but Volvo also. Look, I can lock the door, but there is actually no button to unlock it. Why they doing it? If you know the answer, just put the comments below. So as always, Volvo has a lot of different safety things. Like for example, this booster for the mid passenger. If you forgot your booster for your older kid, you can use this seat. It's gonna go up, it's gonna click like that, and there is instruction how to use it and what for. So basically you can put the older son or your daughter right there and click it, and she or he is gonna be safe right here. So guys, since today I have this beautiful XC90 plug-in, I was trying to charge the car, but I got the problem since I'm not familiar with EV chargers, and this one EV fast charging, my Volvo just a regular plug-in, not designed for supercharge. But the good point about this Volvo, I have a gas engine, so I can drive it as a hybrid without charging my battery. But the fact what I have 17 miles range on the battery itself, that's really good point for this car. And I've been trying to charge this car at home, and it is giving me 17 miles range, not the 14 as you can Google for the older XC90. So honestly, I didn't know the EV Go charging system, they have a supercharge. So basically that supercharge plug not fit in my Volvo, just a regular plug-in. I have to go somewhere to charge it, and also I want to try how fast that's gonna charge, since right now I have a gas only left for 50 miles range, and the battery gonna give me a little bit more range in total. But I want to show you how easy, probably easy, gonna go and do the charging. So guys, life hack, if you have a EV car and you want to charge it, so basically who can help you out, that's the dealerships. Right now most of the dealerships, they do have an EV charging system, and it's most of the time for free. So right now we are a Toyota dealer and they have a charge point. We're gonna plug it, and also on the top of that we're gonna go inside and use the free coffee or maybe some apples, water and restroom if you need it. Why not? So guys, let's see how long it's gonna take to charge the battery. I'm probably not gonna charge it fully, but we'll see. So right now we are 2:55 p.m. I'm gonna plug it, and we're gonna wait about, I don't know, 30 minutes maybe, and see how many miles range on the battery only we're gonna get for that time. And as I said before, it's absolutely free. Even I have that charge point application, I'm not gonna use it because it's a free of charge. So let's see the price. See the price right there? And when you push in the price, it's showing you price free. So you're good if you are charging at the dealership. So the only charging status you can see, it's on the cluster. There is nothing I can find on the main screen. And what it shows me right now, my fully charged car gonna be ready at 5:30. Right now we have 3:02 p.m. So basically car is telling me it's gonna take 2.5 hours to get fully charged, those 17 miles range for the battery via charge point. And I have a question now, is it especially charge point doing that, they slowing down the charging, or the Volvo itself just not that good at that? I mean, 17 miles range, it's supposed to be like an hour or hour and a half, or maybe they limited to, I don't know, 120, 150. Why it's taking so long to get only 17 miles? But you can do it at home. It's probably much better when you live in the car overnight. So charging station show me we put 1.2 kilowatt in this car, and it's been 23.5. All right, 28 minutes. How many miles we got? Ta-da! We got only 3 miles range on this car. Again, it's not the perfect time. If you're in rush, you want to try to charge it fast, you might need some adapter for EV Go supercharge, I mean fast charge station, but this one just gonna give you a regular time and regular charge. But it's free, so you can use it, why not? So let's go for a drive and see how it feels. So right now I got some juice for my battery, 3 miles range, and what I can do, I can go on a drive mode and choose. So I have 4 different modes to drive. I can go off-road, so basically off-road, I have that air suspension, the car gonna go up. I can have power mode, sporty driving, so engine, gas engine and the battery, the hybrid is gonna work together to push this car as fast as it can. I have a hybrid that's for the everyday use, that's what it says right there on the screen. And also I have a pure, that's a eco drive. So what's going on in the pure, it's gonna drive only as an EV car. And for some reason right now the range jumped from 3 miles to 4 miles range. So until the battery is fully charged, not fully, until it's charged, it's gonna drive on the battery EV mode only, and after that it's gonna switch to the hybrid mode. So the first generation XC90 Volvo been going since 2002 all the way till 2015. This car, this body, came out in 2016, and how long is gonna be going? That's the good question.